Greetings, time travelers, history buffs, and seekers of knowledge. Welcome to Old News, where we wind back and remember the year 1974. So throw on your old leisure suit and let's go on a journey. The Watergate scandal continued to dominate headlines in the United States as President Richard Nixon's involvement unfolded regarding his cover-up of a break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters in 1972. Throughout 73 and 74, investigations led by special prosecutors and persistent reporting by journalists exposed the depth of the scandal. The turning point came with the revelation of the White House tapes, which provided undeniable evidence of Nixon's attempts to obstruct justice. A Supreme Court ruling in July of 74 ordered Nixon to release these tapes, leading to a loss of support from his political allies. Facing certain impeachment, Nixon announced his resignation in a televised address on August 8th and officially resigned on the 9th, becoming the first American president to do so. Vice President Gerald R. Ford was sworn in as the 38th president, promising to heal the wounds of Watergate and restore trust in the government. In his inaugural address, Ford declared, "Our long national nightmare is over." One of Ford's first acts as president was granting Nixon a full and unconditional pardon for any crimes he might have committed while in office. This controversial decision was intended to help the nation move forward, but sparked widespread debate. The Watergate scandal led to significant reforms to increase transparency and accountability in government and left a lasting impact on public trust in political institutions. In Africa, Ethiopia was gripped by a devastating famine caused by drought and civil war. The famine began in the early 70s due to severe droughts causing massive crop failures and livestock deaths, then worsened by the government's neglect and mismanagement. Public dissatisfaction with Emperor Haile Selassie's regime grew, and by February 1974, protests and strikes erupted across Ethiopia. On September 12, 1974, the Derg, a Marxist-Leninist military group, seized power, deposing Selassie and ending centuries of monarchy. The Derg promised reforms, but their rise was marked by brutal repression, mass executions, and purges. The political turmoil and violent power struggles worsened the humanitarian crisis and hindered international aid efforts. The civil war finally ended in 1991 when the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front overthrew the Derg regime. The death toll of the war reached at least 1 million due to famine and another 400,000 from the violence. In news more positive, the first successful artificial heart transplant was performed by Dr. Robert Jarvik on patient Barney Clark. Although Clark only survived for 112 days with the device, this event was a major medical milestone. And the first commercial handheld calculator, the Hewlett-Packard HP-35, was released, making complex calculations accessible to a wider audience. The first commercial microprocessor, the Intel 8080, was also introduced, laying the foundation for personal computers. In sports, the iconic Rumble in the Jungle heavyweight boxing match took place in Zaire between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. Ali and his famous rope-a-dope strategy defied expectations by knocking out Foreman in the 8th round, regaining the heavyweight title for the second time, and the US won the FIFA World Cup for the first time, defeating the Netherlands in the final. This victory is still celebrated as a major accomplishment in American soccer history. In film, The Godfather Part 2 captivated audiences with its epic tale of crime, power, and family. It won 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and is widely regarded as one of the greatest films ever made. And in television, Happy Days aired in 74. Set in Milwaukee in the 50s and 60s, the show revolved around teenager Richie Cunningham, his family and friends, including the iconic character Arthur Fonzarelli. The popular American sitcom captured the nostalgia of the post-World War II era and would run for 11 seasons, ending in 1984. In music, 1974 saw the rise of disco with hits like Rock Your Baby by George McRae and Rock the Boat by the Hughes Corporation. And several other iconic albums were released, including David Bowie's Diamond Dogs, Queen's Sheer Heart Attack, and Stevie Wonder's Fulfillingness first finale. In fashion, the wrap dress, introduced by Diane von Furstenberg, became an instant classic for its flattering shape and versatility, symbolizing women's growing independence and style in the workplace. This has been Old News, a year in review. In the words of Winston Churchill, those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. We hope you're enjoying the show and continue listening. Thanks to you, our past has a future